I want you to be attentive to the watch that you're wearing or the clock on the wall. That time passes and there are things that you cannot postpone. If there is a story or something on you right now, you better attend to it. Because you're not going to be able to write it again in 5 years. You're going to write something quite different. I'm writing prose right now that I think is more daring, more challenging, and more playful than that young man's prose. But he wrote prose of an elegance that I can't even imagine writing anymore. Every season of your life has different literary possibilities, okay? Now, the necessity of rewriting is that you get a prose that is that polished. The problem of rewriting is that you end up writing out what you did on Tuesday because you're here on Thursday. And Thursday rules over Tuesday. And sometimes Tuesday knew things. And you have to be really careful with rewriting. You have to give yourself and your different voices and your different time zones a capacity to keep breathing. And I'm not arguing against revision. I'm just telling you, just realize that you're revising yourself. And when you scratch it out, before you completely exit out, you should look at that line again and wonder, what was it that I was trying to do there? And why didn't it work there? And what do I know now that I didn't know then? That process of the self-analyzing the self is a very complicated one. And if you have a manuscript, I know people, the bravery of lives, people who've had books rejected, manuscripts rejected, they put them in a drawer somewhere, and they pull them out in 10 years and revise. And I keep saying, but you're not revising, you're writing a new novel. You're in a different season. It's not the same, you know. So realize that with all the necessity for revision, the scrubbing, the washing, the erasing, with all of that when you sit at your computer and you press delete, know what you're doing, because sometimes really good sentences are dying because Thursday says to Tuesday, no, I know better now. And you look at the photographs of yourself as a teenager and you think, what did I ever think? How could I wear that hairdo? You know? Or the woman at 30 who says, what did I see in that jerk? How could I marry him? We were both 20 years old. He's a jerk. Well, 20 knows something sometimes that 30 doesn't know. And it doesn't work in any simple linear way. Maybe that bouffant hairdo was the closest you'll ever come to your real gaudy soul, you know? And this later revision that you turn into a nun in later years, maybe that isn't as real as that 20-year-old was. You understand what I'm saying? But be careful of tattoos.